The version 3.5 special program has just aired, reminding us that version 3.4 is about to end. For a version that was so heavily advertised, it's ironically quite uninspiring. Aside from the collab characters, there was practically nothing noteworthy. The story quest was mediocre at best. The Holy Grail event was just another simulated universe, roguelike with a different skin, and because almost everything was front-loaded in the first half, the second half of this version has been completely dry. No events, no new characters, nothing. At least for me, Hoyoverse failed to deliver this time. I was genuinely excited for this version. You could probably tell from my uploads before it launched. I thought it would be celebrated as big, if not bigger than the anniversary update. Not just because it featured the Fate Stay Night characters, but also because it kicked off with such a promising unit, Phanon. Phanon looked absolutely stunning, with animations that surpassed everyone else in the game. His arrival gave a strong first impression, and when you factor in that all official Hoyo creators with early access were prohibited from showcasing the Fate characters prior to the collab release, it really made everyone believe Hoyoverse was going all out for this version. But unfortunately, things only went downhill from there. The only thing they really went all out on was their marketing strategy, clearly aiming to make this version as profitable as the anniversary. It launched right at the beginning of July, conveniently timed when most employees had just received their salaries. The front-loaded content felt like a calculated move to scoop up that fresh paycheck before it gets spent on, groceries and actual necessities. And honestly, it probably worked, because every new character this patch is ridiculously appealing. One thing they missed, though, the in-game shop doesn't have discounts, unlike today's sponsor. In this day and age where gacha games are trying to take over our wallets and the temptation to spend money on a PNG waifu has become more and more irresistible, we need the best deal we could possibly find if we don't want to end up eating grass for the rest of the month. Instead of purchasing the premium currency at full price from the in-game shop, why not try a third-party one, like LD Shop? Brought to you by LD Player, the emulator that used to sponsor my videos back in my FGO days, LD Shop offers discounted top-ups for Honkai Star Rail starting from 11% off, letting you get more jades for your money. The transactions are 100% secure, as they do not require account credentials. You can top up just by filling in the server and the game UID only, then wait for your purchase to be delivered within 5 minutes. Use my link in the description to register and get a general 15% off coupon and a special 5% off coupon. Special offers for you dolphins. Spending over $80 a month will grant you a VIP membership, which comes with several benefits, such as free monthly pass, welcome, and weekly and monthly coupons. You can claim the free Game Pass on homepage by themselves. So after watching the version 3.5 special program, will things finally change? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Based on what was shown, version 3.5 seems like just another regular patch that begins Phase 2 of the Amphorius saga. The two upcoming characters aren't particularly exciting, and the events? Well, I'm not sure what to expect from a Stardew Valley-style minigame. The real spark of interest might come in version 3.6. Just a few days ago, Hoyoverse announced a new endgame mode, and during the teaser we caught glimpses of two very familiar faces who might be getting new versions. First, there's Evernight or Dark March 7th or March 7th Alter, whatever you want to call her. Then there's Dan Heng. In fact, Evernight has already been confirmed as an Ice Remembrance character in version 3.6. Dan Heng's drip marketing might follow as early as tomorrow. But the real question is, will that be enough to reignite the hype? Absolutely. The discussion regarding the new endgame content and the arrival of Evernight has begun. But here's my personal take. Since version 3.0, the game has gotten really good at generating hype, only to fall short when it comes to actual execution. It always feels like we're more excited for what's coming next, not what's currently in front of us. Let's talk about the new endgame content for a bit. Do we even need more endgame content? We already have 3 modes that reset regularly: Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, and Apocalyptic Shadow. In most other games, that would be more than enough to keep players busy for the entire patch. Some games don't even have this much. But in Honkai Star Rail, somehow 3 isn't enough, so now we're getting a 4th. Be honest with me, do you still get excited for each reset? You see the notification, MOC refreshed, Pure Fiction updated, new apocalyptic shadow bosses arrived. But do you really feel excited? Or do you just sigh, log in, do it for the sake of Jades, and close the game? If you're not a content creator, chances are you don't. Yes, they bring new enemy waves and buffs every time, but the overall experience feels the same. That's the strange thing about Star Rail. Technically, we have a lot of endgame content, but the game still feels empty. Say what you want about Genshin's Spiral Abyss. It's not perfect, yes, but I could still spend hours there running all kinds of weird teams for fun. I didn't quit Genshin because of the Abyss. I quit because they kept nerfing the enemies for no reason. Here in Star Rail, once I claimed the rewards from MOC, Pure Fiction, or Apocalyptic Shadow, I have zero motivation to go back, let alone trying weird comps, something that should be fun in a game like this. And the weirdest part? I can't even pinpoint why. I can just feel it. I don't think it has anything to do with the HP inflation, since we don't have that issue this time. It's not that I'm tired of turn-based games either. When the Final Fantasy Tactics remake was announced, I replayed the original on PS1, and it's still an absolute fire. Despite the pixelated graphics, slow pace, and simpler mechanics, every battle felt satisfying enough that I played through it twice. So why doesn't Star Rail feel that way? Something's just missing here, I just can't quite name it. The upcoming 3-team endgame mode might solve it. On paper, it allows more characters to be used. This means more team combination and less characters will be benched. But part of me worries it'll just be another case of hype now, disappointment later. The same goes for Evernight. I have no doubt she'll be good gameplay-wise. But gameplay isn't everything, right? Characterization, story, and emotional impact matter just as much. I don't want another Rappa, Saber, or Archer. Units that are strong in battle, but completely disrespected in their story quest. I want another Phanon or Castoris, characters who are loved by both gameplay enjoyers and lore addicts alike. At the end of the day, maybe it's not about how much content we have or how difficult it is. Maybe it's about meaning, about the sense that what we do in-game matters not just in numbers, but in purpose. Because no matter how difficult the next mode is or how broken the next unit turns out to be, if we're not emotionally invested, the hype won't last. If you ask me, what we need isn't a game mode that requires 3 teams, but a singular mode that makes us want to replay it with 3 different teams.